Welcome to Naka Tales. Don't forget to subscribe. Tonight's story is about a birthday celebration that became the moment everything shattered. A night of laughter, cake, and finally, a slap that changed everything. I'm 34, and he's 38. His name is Charles. For 3 years we've shared birthdays, simultaneous celebrations that seal our partnership, our shared milestones. This year, I wanted something special. I just earned a major promotion at work, and I dreamed of marking it with friends, family, and a spectacular dinner. So I reserved a small private room at Le Jardin, a tucked-away bistro whose chandeliers glow like crystal stars. 11 seats around a long mahogany table, 4 for my closest friends, and 7 for his family, parents, siblings, a favorite cousin. I agreed to split the bill evenly, half the food, half the room fee, though I'd paid the room fee outright. Last year had stung. Charles's birthday had felt half-hearted, thrown together. This year I'd watched him handle every detail, sending invites, ordering a custom lemon lavender cake, even gifting me a vintage spice rack he knew I'd drooled over. I splurged on my hair, eyelashes, eyebrows. Every stroke of makeup was a brush of love. The air in the private room was warm with anticipation. Flickering candles on the cake, glasses clinking, the low hum of our nearest and dearest. We posed for photos, Charles and me, beaming across the table, then each of us alone with the cake, faces alight with joy. When it was my turn, I held the cake gingerly, the frosting soft as whipped clouds. Then Charles smiled, too wide, too sharp, and in a split-second gesture he pushed my face toward the cake. I staggered, tried to pull away. His family burst into laughter, hoots echoing off the walls, and he lunged, pinning me against the table. My cheeks collided with the cake, frosting splattering like shrapnel. I tasted sugar and lemon. My hair matted with violet icing, my blouse smeared with red-blue food coloring that wouldn't budge. My friends jumped up, Dakota yanking at Charles's arm, Muriel trying to pull him off. He shuffled over me, plastering cake into my hair, in my ear, down my blouse. Helpless laughter filled the room. I felt something cold unspool in my chest. When he reached to do it again, I slapped him, a sharp crack in the candlelit silence. His eyes widened, frosting still on his cheek. Silence fell. His mother, a prim woman with jeweled earrings, rose in outrage and turned on Claudia, one of my friends, snatching at her arm. I retreated toward the restroom, the stares of Charles's family bearing into my back. The main floor felt endless, every tile laid out like accusation. In the bathroom mirror, I barely recognized myself, bright pink frosting caked to my jaw, hair twisted into a messy bun. I scrubbed, until my blouse was damp and the color streaked raggedly across its front. When I returned, the room was hushed. Plates lay upturned. Wine glasses stood half empty. Charles found my eye. "It was just a joke," he said, voice flat. "Everyone does it. You slapping me, now look at you. You destroyed my birthday, humiliated me in front of my family." Tears pricked my eyes. "You destroyed mine," I whispered. "This was my achievement. My moment." I gathered my things, my purse, my work bag, the cleaning wipes still smeared with frosting. I told him to pay for his half of the bill and for his guests. My friends insisted again on covering their own plates, but I wouldn't let them. I walked out into the night, my makeup smeared, my heart bruised. A week later, Charles and I talked. I ended things. He claimed I never loved him, that slapping him had shown my true colors. He pointed out that he paid for the cake, his proof that I owed him an apology. He said his mother was humiliated, that she'd been battling depression and I'd pushed her over the edge. His words felt like acid. I moved out of our apartment that night, into a friend's spare room. By morning, Charles had blocked me. Our shared photos evaporated from his social media. My heart cracked in two. Don't forget to subscribe, because this story isn't over. In the days that followed, I replayed the slap again and again, wondering if I'd been too harsh, if a slap was somehow worse than a deliberate cake assault. The internet judged me. "You were rude. You owe him an apology." But I couldn't apologize for defending myself. In a world where we punch each other with pastry, I'd hit back with my hand. Then the twist. While cleaning out boxes in the apartment I'd shared with Charles, I found a small hard drive tucked behind our backup birthday photos, files I'd never seen. Curious, I plugged it in. What I discovered froze my blood. Dozens of videos of cake smash jokes, strangers, friends, even girlfriends, each filmed in private rooms just like ours. Data logs showed these weren't harmless pranks but fetish content sold on a shadow website, Face Smash Delight. Charles had been part of a secret ring that recorded women's humiliation, packaged it, and sold it for profit. The lemon lavender cake video from our night was already online, views climbing. I felt bile rise. My slap had been more than self-defense. It had been justice. I took the drive to an attorney and to the district attorney's office. They launched an investigation. Charles's phone records showed he coordinated cake smashes with his family, host to host. The lemon lavender post, with my face buried in frosting, had thousands of views. Within weeks, Charles was charged with non-consensual pornography, harassment, and fraud. He'd billed that cake to me, claiming it as a surprise gift, yet used it for profit. His family backed away. His mother, once outraged I'd slapped her son, tearfully confessed she'd known. The whispered giggles after each smash were not celebration, but delight in his cruelty. On the courthouse steps, I faced him for the first time in months, cake crumbs stuck in his hair, frost-tinted lashes. I met his eyes and saw the mask crack. "You were supposed to love me," he whispered, voice hollow. I remembered the slap, its echo across the dining room, the solidarity in my friend's gasps, and I understood, love doesn't smash faces. It doesn't turn celebration into spectacle. I raised my chin and walked on, free of frosting, free of fear. Don't forget to subscribe, because Naka Tales is more than stories. It's a warning. Never let someone cake your face and call it love.